Hi crochet friends, welcome back, or if you're new here, I'm Mo, your crochet companion. Today we're stacking stitches like pros, literally. We're diving into the stack double crochet and the stacked treble crochet using the vertical bar method. Why did the crochet hook go to architecture school? It wanted to learn how to stack things up. Oh, that was even too cheesy for me. Anywho, these stack stitches aren't just funny, they're game changers for clean edges and seamless rows. So grab your hook and let's build some crochet skyscrapers together. All right, let's go over our tools of the trade. So just grab some yarn. It doesn't matter what kind of yarn. I'm actually using the yarn that I've been using in a couple of tutorials now. I love this yarn. This is the I believe it's the Dusty Rose color. Oh, Rosy Cheeks, excuse me. It's a Rosy Cheeks. So I'm using that. That's a worsted weight. I'm going to turn this around here, scooch it off to the side. I'm using a G hook, just in case you wanted to see it. I'm using scissors possibly, and maybe a needle to crochet or to weave in your ends if you decide to do anything like that. But technically I don't really need to do that for this particular project. So first up is the stacked double crochet. This stitch is an upgrade from the classic turning chain. Why? Because it eliminates those pesky gaps and gives you a smooth, clean edge that looks just like your regular double crochet. So I actually still have a project here that I worked on in a previous video. Some of you might have already watched it. So I'm going to use this as our guinea pig, I guess you could say. All right, so this is how you do a stacked double. So we're going to actually insert a hook. I'm going to join our yarn. And then I'm going to do a single crochet in that same spot. And then this comes the fun part. I'm going to go a little bit closer here. And then I'm going to insert my hook into this vertical bar right here. So if you can see, you've got your starting part where you started your single crochet, and then that vertical bar right here, we're going to insert a hook right into that, like as if we're going to do another single crochet, because that's what we're doing. We're doing another single crochet in that vertical bar, and we're scooping up, pulling up a loop, and ta-da! You've got your double crochet. This actually would be what my go-to for a half double as well, because it is very similar. Once you've actually done the next half double crochet, it usually kind of follows suit with it. So as you can see, there's really not much difference in height. It kind of bends over just like a half double does. But that is the exact same thing as you would do half double as you did the double. All right, so now let's undo this again. And this only works for like at the beginning of your row. And this kind of makes it so like your edges, like a lot of times your projects, they have that, I don't even know if I even have an older project where I wasn't using the double stacked anymore, because I've used this for quite a long time. I just didn't know what it was called, which is funny, but anyway, I know what it's called now. I've been doing it for a long time. All right, so now let's go ahead and do that again. So let me go a little bit closer here. So we're going to insert our hook. We're going to pull up our yarn. I'm going to do a chain of 1, and then I'm going to do 1 single crochet. And then again, in that vertical bar, I'm going to do another single crochet. So then you just keep on going like as if, and you'll see here, just a second here. See how it's the same height, even though it wasn't a half double crochet that we just did, it's the same exact height. And then when you get to the end of the row, you actually can see that you still have those two pieces of yarn right there where you insert your hook and finish off your row. And this can actually be used in a back and forth stitch, as well as like if you're working in the round as well. So you can do either or. So if you combine this with that invisible continuous join, oh my goodness, could you imagine how flawless your work would look? I mean, it would be incredible. And speaking of which, I would recommend, if you haven't already, go ahead and watch that, because I show you how to do the invisible joining when you're working in a round, or what is considered the continuous. And then you don't even have to stop and pull out your needle. You can just keep on going with your same hook. I'm just going to do it real quick. No, not just kidding. All right. So that's just like that. You have no gaps, no wobbly edges, just a perfect double crochet to kick off your row. Now, the benefits of a stacked double crochet, and I've kind of already talked a little bit on that, touched on it. So it eliminates the gaps at the start of the row. It looks just like a regular double crochet, so no more odd looking turning chains. And it adds structure and stability to your edges, making it great for garments and blankets. And that's the one thing that I absolutely loved about this, is because it makes it look so much cleaner, so much more professional. So basically it turns your crochet edges, they'll look just like you had a professional makeover. Now, let's take it up a notch, literally, with the stacked treble crochet. I don't know what is wrong with me today. I don't seem to know how to talk. This is perfect for the taller stitches, like in lacy projects and textured blankets, or anything that actually just requires a treble crochet. So we're going to take the same theory, and we're going to use the same thing that we just used. We're going to insert our hook. Boop. I feel like a surgeon doing that. We're going to scoop up our yarn. We're going to do our single crochet, just like we did with the stacked double. And we're going to do like as if we're going to do the stacked double. We're going to insert our hook into that side post right there. Pull that up. Do a single crochet. Now, we're going to take it one more taller. We're going to go into that vertical post right there. We're going to insert our hook again. And we're going to do another single crochet. So now, as you can see, now we have a taller stacked stitch. So we're going to go ahead and do a treble crochet, so you can see how much it looks almost exactly like a regular treble crochet. You can barely see any difference, right? So not much difference, right? Looks just like a regular treble crochet. So let's do that one more time. One more time. All right, so we're inserting our hook. Inserting that hook. I'm so weird, I know. All right, we're going to scoop that up. We're going to do a single crochet. And then we're going to insert our hook into that vertical bar again. Do a single crochet, and then one more time we're going to insert into that vertical bar and do another single crochet. And what do you know? It looks just like a treble crochet. Let's do that again so you can see what the difference is. Isn't that crazy? It blew my mind when I first learned how to do this. All right, and just like that, you've crocheted a stacked treble crochet, no gaps, no floppy edges, just beautifully structured stitches. And before we finish with that, let's make sure your stack stitches are flawless. Actually, before we go too far, I have done a double treble, but I find that the double treble, so the double trebles just takes it a little bit higher. So it's the 1, 2, 3 for the treble, and then the double treble, you would just put one more in there. Now it does look exactly like it, but this is something that I just wanted to talk about, because see, it just kind of looks a little funnier to do the double treble. And then you want to make sure that you're paying attention to your pattern, because some of these patterns that you have, they don't really look good with a stacked stitch. So the pattern that I just did this one on, this is the treble or double treble crochet, but it just, when I did the stacked treble, double treble, it just didn't look good. So I nixed it and went ahead and just did the chain. All right, so a couple things that I wanted to mention before we go and we talk about our next video. You want to make sure that you are keeping your tension even. So you don't want to pull too tight on that, because if you pull too tight, it's going to stretch up. And obviously, if you're crocheting it too tight this way, then you won't be able to get your hook into that vertical bar very well. Plus, it won't have that height that you need. But you just need to practice a little bit. And that comes to my next point, which is practicing the swatches first. So it can feel a little fiddly at first, but with practice, it does become second nature. And remember, patience is a crocheter's best friend. So, well, that and snacks, coffee, and Netflix. Don't throw alcohol in there, because you're going to have a wonky crochet projects. But yes, add the snacks, add the Netflix, and add some coffee, and you're good to go with that one. And there you have it. 2 stack stitches that will make your crochet take your crochet to the next level, pun intended. These techniques are perfect for anyone looking to polish the projects and say goodbye to those messy edges. Oh my goodness, yes, that was the biggest benefit to most everything. Messy edges and those big old gaps when you're doing those rounds. Which stack stitch are you excited to try first? Drop a comment below or tag me in social media. I'd love to see your creations. Boy, would I love to see some of these crochet creations that you guys made. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss out on my next crochet adventure. But until next time, happy crocheting.